There is nothing the Nigerian police are not capable of doing. Am I communicating? Now, why are they holding spending? Because only ọlọ́pàá yóò pé. Gbogbo nǹkan tó fi jẹ kó ronú, ó ti fi ṣe, ó ti fi mu wúkúwúkú, ó ti fi mu pepper soup. Wùmí tó jẹ́ prime suspect. Lọ check ilé, nǹkan tó sọ fún yín lẹ́ ń gbọ́. Have you been to the house? Have you done everything? Have you made that house a crime scene? You never did that. You are speaking. You are putting this nonsense out there just because of what Wumi told you. Just because of something. Somebody is hiding Wumi, behind Wumi, which is Liam's father. And just because Liam's father knows the police, he knows every big people that are in the corridor of power. Tí ọba yìí ò bá mú yín, ọba òun á mú yín.
Can we say that the Nigerian police are working really hard to unveil, to demystify the mystery surrounding the RIP of Mohbad? On a scale of 1 to 100, what will you give to the Nigerian police? Recently, a woman questioned the governor of Lagos State, Sanwo-Olu. Well, maybe she went overboard, saying that in countries where things work, where the laws of those countries are binding, maybe that is the extra that she went. All right, let us pardon her for that. But maybe the governor is already to pardon her for that. The governor came in strongly saying, look, can you give us some kudos for this, for that, for this, for that? And people tried listening to the governor. If he was going to give them something, give them meat, give them something worth holding on to. The governor did not really say much. He only talked about how he has not slept, how he has not been sleeping till 5. Maybe it is not, he's not the person in the right position to tell Nigerians, tell people who are concerned, tell people who are seeking for justice for Mohbad, any updates. Maybe he's not in that position. Let's allow that to slide. So now we are going to focus on some of the latest findings. The Nigerian police said Prime Boy, Mohbad's childhood friend, and spending. Now, Prime Boy's face, picture, video is all over social media. You always find it, but spending, you will barely find a picture or pictures or videos of spending. A lot of people have been hearing spending, but to find picture and video of spending is very much hard and difficult. Maybe it goes by other names. Maybe if you put out his full name, maybe you'll find who spending is. Now, spending and Prime Boy are the key to the mystery of Mohbad's RIP. Why did the Nigerian police listen only to Wumi's statement? Or did Wumi give his mom the version that the Nigerian police are repeating? They said Prime Boy and spending are the prime suspect. Yeah, that is what the Nigerian police said. That Prime Boy and spending and the nurse are the prime suspect. They said Naira Marley and Sam Larry were part of what resulted into the RIP of Mohbad. So they are on the side. But the major is the nurse, Prime Boy, and spending. And there is something that struck me hard in it. They said spending was the one that called the auxiliary nurse. And by so doing, he is now an accessory to RIP of Mohbad. And that Prime Boy fought Mohbad brutally. That is the word of the Nigerian police. They say it was a brutal, bloody one. Now, it has been, are we not going to say it has been, it is now clear that there was no brutal fight. It has been established that there was no brutal fight between spending and between Prime Boy and Mohbad. It has been established. The story came out clear that Prime Boy was stopping Mohbad from throwing Wunmi and that Liam that he said is not his own over the bridge. I think is the bridge, the bridge that connects the mainland to the island, probably the Ebute Metta or somewhere around that bridge that connects anyway. The driver heard. He might not know everything, but with the stories that is out now, the driver definitely knows one or two things that happened. But is he going to say the truth of what he heard? That is all we want to know. What did you hear? Well, we don't even need to bother about him. Prime Boy and Spending said a lot of things, and what they said shook social media. Less than 24 hours, the Nigerian police held on to them. They locked them up. They said they are the chief suspect. They are the prime suspect. And this guy said, no, Wunmi and Mohbad had argument based on Canada visa. Now, here we are today. Mohbad is no more. Let us listen to this talk, and we will be talking more.
Rahim Oluwatosin Owodunni, aka Prime Boy. He's a childhood friend of Mohbad. He attended the show at Ikorodu in Mohbad's company on 10 September 2023. At the end of the show, Mohbad and Ibrahim were engaged in a violent fight, during which Mohbad was injured. The management of the injury subsequently resulted in his death. So he's being treated as a suspect.
There is nothing the Nigerian police are not capable of doing. Am I communicating? Now, why are they holding Spending? Because only ọlọ́pàá yóò pè. Gbogbo nǹkan tó fi jẹ́ kó ronú, ó ti fi ṣe, ó ti fi mu wúkúwúkú, ó ti fi mu pepper soup. Wunmi tó jẹ́ prime suspect. Lọ check ilé, nǹkan tó sọ fún yín lẹ́ ń gbọ́. Have you been to the house? Have you done everything? Have you made that house a crime scene? You never did that. You are speaking. You are putting this nonsense out there just because of what Wunmi told you. Just because of something, somebody is hiding Wunmi, behind Wunmi, which is Liam's father. And just because Liam's father knows the police, he knows every big people that are in the corridor of power. Can you please, for God's sake, and it's any information, that you Spending at the Prime Boy, so my dancing, because our people here want to twist everything. Prime Boy did not go back to Lekki with them. Why did they make Prime Boy a prime suspect? And we established that there was no fight in the Ikorodu. It was Wunmi that fought Mohbad. And Wunmi started fighting Mohbad before they went to Lekki. And on their way back to Lekki, Wunmi fought Mohbad. When they got home, Wunmi fought Mohbad just because of Canada visa. The Canada visa information went into Mohbad and Wunmi's phone when Mohbad was preparing to go to Ikorodu. Wunmi got the message. Wunmi was now telling Mohbad, so you want to go to Canada without me and Liam? And Mohbad answered, I am not taking you anywhere until you tell me the father of Liam. That was what started the fight. And they went to Ikorodu. On their way back, that was, they having the argument. There was no fight. And look at this police. If there was a fight, where a old celebrity, as popular as Mohbad, in his, if there was such, there will be a video, there will be a breaking news immediately. There will be a video, there will be everything. But unfortunately, everybody said there was no fight. So why are the police holding Spending and saying he fought with Mohbad? And Spending did not go back to Lekki with them. Number two is Prime Boy. Prime Boy, there was no fight in Ikorodu. We have established that there was no fight in Ikorodu. So why did the police get this information? Number two, if you remember, Yeyekudi ati interview ti Yeyekudi ṣe tán wá sọ fún wa díẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn Prime Boy ati Spending. Do you remember that it was Prime Boy that went from Lekki to Ikorodu and from Ikorodu to Lekki? Yeah? Now, the police are saying Prime Boy is another prime suspect because Prime Boy called the nurse for them. Police, Mr. Police, let me correct you there. On Monday, Prime Boy left the house in the morning. I have said it before in my last show. And my love and like in Facebook, if they bring this video down, I'm not going to come back again. Because you are looking for justice. Today about love and like. So where she love and like. Now, let me explain to you, Mr. Police. On Monday, when Spending went back to them to the house, on Monday, Spending left the house in the morning. Am I communicating? Yeah, I'm saying Prime Boy, there was no fight between Prime Boy and Mohbad in Ikorodu. It was not established. If there was a fight, there should be a video. A celebrity, somebody fought a celebrity. There should be a video. Do you all remember? They first told us, Prime Boy no logun. Prime Boy baja. But we now established that there was no fight. Am I communicating? So there was no fight between Mohbad and Prime Boy. It was just an argument. Mumbaya won't me sorrow. I said, Prime Boy, please allow me. Only she gbogbo nkan to won so, she Prime Boy yo le da si ni. Prime Boy then sọ fún pé kó calm down. Kó lọ jà tó kó lọ sọ̀rọ̀ nínú ilé pé kó ṣe bí tí gbogbo èyàn wà ló ti jẹ́ kó sọ̀rọ̀. Mohbad dé bọ́lẹ̀, ó dé lọ bá pé kó bọ́lẹ̀ nínú mọ́tò òun kó bọ́lẹ̀. That was it. So there was no fight in Ikorodu. If there was a fight, as a policeman, was there any report made to the police? No. So, as a matter of fact, there was no fight. And everybody that was in Ikorodu, they said there was no fight. So, I see no reason why they are holding Prime Boy. Am I communicating? Now, when they were now going on their way home, Spending was dead 24 hours. Now, their reason for holding Spending was, if they Spending, Mr. Police, Spending did not intentionally call the nurse. This was what happened, police. On that morning of Monday, Spending left the house. Am I communicating? Spending left the house. After Spending left the house, Wumi gave Spending a call. Wumi sapa wani the nurse. Ikpe Spending mo nurse. Paraventure, Wumi Spending àtàwọn Wumi, ọmọ tí ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa not Spending. Àwọn ọlọ́pàá yìí kàn gbọ́rọ̀ from hearsay, from irọ́ tó pa fún wọn. Did they make any investigation? Ṣé ọlọ́pàá tó gbé òkú lọ bá ní police station? Tí ẹ fún wọn ní police report. Ṣé yìí lè fẹ́ ṣe investigation? Ẹ̀yin olórí burúkú aláṣọ dúdú yìí. Now, Wumi make sure Spending left the house. Wumi wá pé Spending, but Spending ti jáde pé Mohbad's case is getting worse. Do you have a nurse? Ìwọ tí jẹ́ pé Mohbad ó ti ń bàjà láti jọ́ Monday. Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi? Now, Wumi intentionally called Spending when he left the house. Reason being that Wumi ti mọ nǹkan tó fẹ́ ṣe. Wumi mọ̀ pé tí òun bá pé nurse tí Mohbad máa ń lò, because according to Wumi, Mohbad has his own nurse tó máa ń wálé wá gún lábẹ́rẹ́. That was what Wumi make us to understand. Am I communicating? But Wumi ti mọ̀ pé tí òun bá pé nurse Mohbad, ó mọ medical history Mohbad, ó lè rí gbogbo nǹkan tó ti ṣe fún. That was why Wumi invited a new nurse, and she intentionally set Spending up by calling Spending pé mo ti pé nurse Mohbad kò sí around. Do you have a nurse? Because tí Spending àti Wumi ò bá ti sọ̀rọ̀ nurse tẹ́lẹ̀, wọn ò ní pé Spending pé kó fáwọn ní nurse. So Wumi lè ti mọ̀ pé Spending náà ní nurse. Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi? Now, stop. They called the nurse on Mondays. Shut up. Please. I am not daft. Our request Spending jáde lọ. Our request Spending pé àwọn need the nurse. Wumi ti mọ̀ pé tóun bá pé nurse Mohbad. Nurse Mohbad mọ gbogbo medical condition. Ìyẹn lè má bá wọn pàdé àpòpọ̀. Kò wá pé nurse yẹn. Spending wá sọ pé nurse Mohbad ńkọ́. Wumi wá sọ fún Spending pé kò sí around. Baba Police, Spending did not call the nurse. Spending gave Wumi the number. He did not call the nurse. because ṣe gbọ́n kan tí bàbá ìsọ́nsìn ó ní bí a conspiracy wà láàrin nurse àti spending, and let me tell you how they establish that. Ṣé mo lórí book ọmọ tèmi blogger tó wà lórí Instagram yẹn nǹkan tí Wùnmí sọ fún nìyẹn. Wùnmí sọ fún pé spending ti lọ pàdé spending àtàwọn Sam àwọn Naira Marley ló dárúkọ kò dárúkọ Sam Larry. Ó ní spending àti Sam Larry Naira Marley ó ní dàbí pé wọ́n lọ pàdé nọ́ọ̀sì yẹn lọ́nà. Wọ́n ti bá plan ipe nọ́ọ̀sì ló pa. Wùnmí, come out and challenge what I'm saying now. You told Temi that. You told Temi ìgbà tó lọ bá Temi tó lọ rojọ́ fún. Ó sọ pé ó dàbí pé wọ́n ti lọ pàdé àwọn Naira Marley àti spending. Wọ́n lọ pàdé nọ́ọ̀sì yẹn lọ́nà náà fi ní kó pa. I was told, I have it here. And ìgbà tẹ́ni yẹn sọ fún mi, mo ní bàbá ńlá irọ́. Mo ní irọ́ ni. Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi? Ṣé wọ́n pé nǹkan tí àwọn ọlọ́pàá yìí náà sọ nìyẹn sìn. Wọ́n ní conspiracy wà láàrin nurse àti spending. Wùnmí ló establish yẹn fáwọn ọlọ́pàá yẹn. Ẹ jẹ́ ká máa sọ lọ. Now, spending wá fún Wùnmí ní number. Ó ní kó pe nurse. Spending did not call that nurse. Wùnmí called the nurse. Now, when the nurse got to Mohbad's house, Shengbo, when the nurse got to Mohbad's house, the nurse said Mohbad was very, very weak. Ẹ máa gbọ́ mi o, ibi tí mo ti sọ pé Wùnmí mọ̀ má fẹ́ lo nurse Mohbad nìyẹn, because ó mọ̀ pé tóun bá lo nurse Mohbad mọ̀ medical history Mohbad, ó mọ̀ what to give and what not to give, ó mọ̀ dosage what to give and the dosage that is not supposed to be given to Mohbad. Am I communicating? Now, ìgbà tí nurse dé, the stupid olórí burúkú nurse, ó ṣe jẹ́ kí yẹn lọ sẹ́wọ̀n gbére náà. As a nurse, bó ṣe jẹ́ pé quack nurse, bó jẹ́ nurse tí ó kàwé. As a nurse, you got somewhere. Your patient is dying. The wife now came up to you. Wùnmí ló sọ fún nurse yẹn pé kó fún láwọn abẹ́rẹ́ báyìí. And the nurse did not, the nurse did not hesitate. The nurse gave those injections Wùnmí prescribed immediately. So ibo ló ti jẹ́ pé so spending àti nurse ló conspire. Immediately the nurse got to Mohbad's house, the nurse said, and I quote, the nurse said, Mohbad was very, very weak. And immediately they got there, Wùnmí told the nurse, give him this. Wùnmí prescribed what the nurse was going to give. And the nurse did not buy it. Wùnmí had already, so anything let it shell. So for Wùnmí to prescribe those injections that the nurse gave Mohbad, what was the interior motive of Wùnmí? Kí ni Wùnmí ti ṣe? Kí ni Wùnmí ti ṣe? Because Wùnmí mọ̀ pé tí òun bá pe nọ́ọ̀sì Mohbad, bí aláya òun dá kó máa sọ nǹkan tó máa lò fún Mohbad, because nọ́ọ̀sì yẹn ti ń treat Mohbad. Ó mọ̀ pé tí nǹkan kan báyìí bá ṣẹlẹ̀ sí Mohbad, nǹkan tó máa lò ní. But because of the second injury, the stabbing, they don't want the nurse to know. Maybe Mohbad's nurse is a very strict nurse. Maybe the nurse already knows what has been happening in that house. So why now did they pick up spending? Because spending was not in the picture at all. Ìgbà tí spending kú tán, ni Wùnmí pè, ni spending sọ pé wọ́n pè òun pé Mohbad ti kú. Why táwọn police ṣe mú spending? Wùnmí gangan tó jẹ́ kẹ́ mú ẹ̀yin ọlọ́pàá ẹ̀ ní ṣe oríire. Olórí burúkú ni ìkà ni. You know what you are doing. You have the autopsy. You are not releasing it. You have everything. You are keeping it from the citizen that purposely requested for justice for Mohbad. And you are mix everything up. Why all this spending and suspense? Why all this spending and Prime Boy? Prime Boy was never in the picture. And the Prime Boy, Mulati Joy at spending.
Unless the Nigerian police know what we don't know. Why is spending and Prime Boy being kept? We heard some rumors here and there, and some people applied some little bit of thinking into it. They said they probably held on to them or rearrested them for their own safety. According to a blogger, Mrs. Kudi said that Prime Boy's mom was attacked we do not have videos or picture evidence of this, but she says she saw it, that she was in the hospital. She saw how they brutally, in fact, they nearly massacred this woman. And we are not sure who is behind this, if it is Wumi / Sam Larry, Naira Marley / Adura, the younger brother of Mohbad. No one knows. Or it could be some random, wicked, stupid, evil person that did that. Well, as it is right now, people are asking the Nigerian police, why have you held on to these two young men? What are you holding on to them for? What made you tag them the prime suspect? Now, if we go back to the narrative of Wumi, the only person that has not been held, locked, or interrogated, she only came to the inquest. If we look at what she has said and what the Nigerian police said, it makes, you don't need to, they all tally. So it means that the Nigerian police got info from the nurse, held on to certain things that the nurse said, kept repeating what Wumi's mother told them. That is what it looks like. The nurse later, from what we heard, I'm not too sure, but we heard from some of our family members saying that she said it was a setup. This, I repeat, is a lesson to nurses that go to treat people in private homes. Take videos, pictures. When she got there, obviously, she saw the condition of Mohbad. We heard that she spoke to Mohbad. Mohbad said, "Oh, you are the one that is to treat me." Is there anything else Mohbad told the nurse? Did Mohbad lose so much blood that he became weak? What exactly is this thing? Was his wound infected? What exactly is this thing? What happened to him? Now, the Nigerian police said the nurse agreed. And you know, the Nigerian police can make you agree what you don't even know about. But if you are so overwhelmed, you don't know what to do, you kind of look at yourself too small compared to those that are against you. She said, yes, the injection that I gave to him probably resulted. No, she didn't even use the word probably. The Nigerian police is telling us that she said, yes, the injection that was administered, the medication, because we don't know if it is an injection, IV line is what we heard that was passed, that the medication reacted, or Mohbad reacted to the medication. Did Mohbad ingest something else inside of his body that reacted to that medication? That is yet to be told to the public. The autopsy report that is supposed to be made public so as to reduce or to stop unrest, because that's what's going to happen soon. Once people wait and they are not getting anything, they will come out. Don't forget that Justice for Mohbad was about to metamorphose into EndSARS protest again, part 2. People thronged down to the same spot, and the Nigerian police had to disperse them. That's okay. We don't want anyone manipulating or trying to sabotage. Let us be focused. Yes, that's okay. So people want to know why it's taking this long for the toxicology report. In general, the autopsy report, why is it taking so long? Why is it taking so long? If Mohbad's father got the autopsy, a copy of the autopsy report, I think by now, and that is if some part of that autopsy is not redacted. All I'm saying is that Mohbad's father should be watchful against any form of manipulation as regards the autopsy result. Quack medical professional. Make sure you go with someone that can interpret, someone that can see in between the lines. if it has been tampered with. Well, the reason I'm saying this is not to create some unrest. It's just to kind of tap on our consciousness on this. This will not be covered. The more we press, the more we demand for truth, justice, the better our society is. And we should continually raise the bar. We want more. We want it better. Because it might be someone else tomorrow that is close to you. Look at this autopsy report. 0, not known. Did the Nigerian police secure the CCTV camera and the SSD card? Yes, they did. Did they edit? Well, they only released the part that they want people to see. The rest is with them. So they know who went in, who went out, whose story corroborated this and that, and they know everything. Wunmi actually walked down to bring up the nurse. That's the video that we saw. Was there someone else? In fact, the house owner, the landlord, according to what we heard, said there are CCTV camera in the house also. I don't know if there is in the living room. That I am not sure. I don't think it's normal to have CCTV camera in your living room. You will not want someone having access to certain, info, private time, moments, and your personal life. But I'm kind of thinking that the CCTV camera will be at the entrance and probably by the side and the back of the house. Left and right, back and forth, north, east, west, south. That's what I'm thinking. That's where the camera will be. So the camera definitely recorded from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Those are the important days that we want to know about. The only, the Nigerian police just, they just revealed some little portion that will definitely indict that nurse. That's all. The rest, no, they will not be putting it out there. But the more we push for it, I think the police already know that regardless of how tough they think we are, we are more tougher than them. It's quite unfortunate when you have terrible people manning sensitive position. You will find discrepancies, you will find neglect, you will find wickedness. That's exactly what it is. Justice for Mohbad is all we are talking about. Like I've always said, not only about Mohbad, it can be you. So the more you seek for justice, the more you are seeking to better your own life as a human being or your relative. Let us keep pressing for this one and let us educate ourselves on how to seek for justice, what to ask, how to go about it. Everyone should now become his or her own private detective. Yeah. And for parents out there, if your children are in this, toxic relationship, or you've suspected, not because you ate the tribe, but because truly you have seen or suspected, like Mohbad's father did. He said he suspected, he saw certain things and he didn't feel good about it. If he had acted much stronger, if not because Mohbad was the one that was now bringing cash, and there is a limit to what he could say. He doesn't want to say things in a way that will, get him too offended, and Mohbad will not even look at him anymore. In fact, you know what I mean. Poverty is a bastard, and that should not keep your mouth from telling your son or your daughter what you need to tell them. Not out of spite or out of anger, but I mean to tell them. If Mohbad's father had been a bit, tough on this, there's a possibility that Mohbad will be alive